Porto and Roma. I'm going to go with Roma to win in both ties. And the main reason why I say that, it's because Porto is a 5-0 record, 5 wins and 0 losses in a draw. But I see them having a 5-2 record after facing off against a coach Eusebio Di Francisco. It's Di Francisco that equals a 52, and the reason why he's going to be significant, it's because his first name is Eusebio. He was named after a Portuguese football legend, and he's going to win both ties against Porto. Now, Juventus won against Porto 3-0 on aggregate a couple years ago. It is Porto that equals 30. I'm actually going to see Roma winning 3-0 on aggregate. However, this may be too perfect. I can probably see 2-1. I actually can see 2-1 in the second leg, but I'm going to go with 1-0 in the first leg for AS Roma. The reason why it can end Roma 3, Porto 1 is it has everything to do with Eusebio once again. And you know what? I am going to go with 1-0 for this first leg over at the Stadio Olimpico. And Porto's going to fail to get the away goal. I have to go with Roma to win both legs. Probably 1-0 the first game and then 2-1 in the next game. Maybe Porto will score the goal in front of their home fans. But very clearly, he's got 66 losses. He's gonna lose his 67th game against AS Roma. It's AS Roma that equals 67. That's why he lose game number 67 against Eusebio Di Francisco. Now on to Eusebio Di Francisco and his win-loss record and his goal differential. I'm going to go with 3-1 on aggregate. I'm going to give my due diligence to Porto, but, you know, he'd win his 158th game against Porto, and then when I go into the group standings, and notice how Porto have scored quite a bit of goals, so I could even be off on this game. I mean, this would be perfectly coded by the numbers if Roma win 2-0 at home. I mean, it's certainly possible. I mean, main narrative's gonna happen. You've got 1-0 and then 2-1 in the next game. I think Roma win both matchups, but you can see where win number 158 can sync up with 15 goals and 8 allowed. So 2-0 is certainly possible, and then 1-0 in the second leg. I'm just showing you the various scenarios that can happen. But if you ask me, no matter what, Roma are going to score 3 goals, and then, you know, I may end up going with Porto to score a goal by the numbers. And 16 is a really key number to Freemasonry. It's 16, it's knowledge, it's Freemason, that all equal 96. And these are very occultic numbers, and no matter what happens at the least, Roma's going to score 3 goals total, I think, and they're going to win both matchups. I'm going to go with 3-1 aggregate, and, you know, at the end of the day, they should be able to win both legs. And, once again, this game, I would probably have to go with 1-0. Yeah, it's complicated, I tell you. 1-0, it's fine. And, I mean, fitting goal differential of 22. Let's see, no, that's not the goal differential. It doesn't include it in his career win-loss record. This loss could occur against maybe Milan and Parma. It'd be really interesting to go check out the schedule for Roma. When you look at the certain opponents that their losses could occur against, it's very important to look ahead. You have to look ahead. But I do like how their next opponent is Bologna. It's Bologna that equals 30. It's Porto that equals 30. So these games are rigged by numerology. 3-0, 3-1. You sort of have an idea how this how this whole thing is going to play out. But many narratives can happen, but I'd go with 1-0 for this game. That's going to be final, but it is really tricky to decode that for sure.